All right, Tyler, my name is Charlie.
Yep.
Yesterday we had completed the PARQ evaluation to clear you for exercise, and those results were good. We're all clear for physical activity. Today we're going to be doing some open-ended client questions. I've got 10 questions for you, and we're going to base your
Just fucking hit me, dude. Just hit me.
you're gonna base your exercise plan off these questions. Let's get started.
All right.
Question 1: What motivated you to start working on fitness right now?
Well, I put on some weight in my first year of college, so just getting back into a better health. I'm gaining about 20 pounds, and it's always been difficult for me to gain weight, and now that I have, probably not the healthiest way, but it would be nice to turn that into muscle in some sort of way. And then also just, I stay very physically active and every day, and just my lifestyle requires me to be physical and physically active, so.
I understand. I got you. Question 2: Can you describe your current weekly routine in terms of physical activity and movement?
Weekly, you said?
Yes.
Well, I work 5 to 6 days a week, and that's it's a very active job. I'm always on my feet, walking around, and kind of starting to get into lifting here, trying to gain some muscle. And I do play basketball. Okay, I wouldn't say occasionally, a few times a week, probably, and that's just, it's not like a team or anything or a league. It's just kind of pick up ball and just staying active. And like I said, a few times a week. Other than that, just occasional, like go out in the lake and swim. Other than that, not really.
All right, it sounds like you're pretty active, but we're just looking to put on some more muscle and turn a bit of those 20 pounds that you gained into a leaner 20 pounds.
A bit of them.
Gotcha. What are your short-term fitness goals in the next 2 to 4 months?
2 to 4, I would say just gain strength. In the past, I used to go to the gym quite often, and I've since kind of stopped. And I can tell I definitely have lost some of the strength that I had. I guess gaining that back would be one of the main goals. Other than that, I know you can't really do much with your looks in like 2 to 4 month range. So, if anything, just I guess strength, and then if possible, kind of build up a better physical appearance.
Well, I certainly think that we can get the strength up in 2 to 4 months, and in terms of building actual muscle, which would help the appearance, I think that's also very doable. Question 4: What does a typical day of eating look like for you? Do you track your nutrition at all?
I don't track any nutrition. I do eat a lot of meats. I also probably eat too many carbs, drink a lot of like soda. I know that's a lot of carbs in terms of sugar, but don't really track anything. I try to eat as much like hard protein or like meats as possible.
Sure, protein dense foods.
Right. That's kind of my main diet as of now. Other than that, it's just kind of like casual.
Yeah, I know it's really easy to indulge in soda, but it is super high in sugar and carbohydrates. The dense proteins in the meat, that's awesome. It's definitely going to help you gain strength and muscle. Question 5: Have you had any injuries or health issues that might impact your training?
In the past, I've recovered from everything I've probably dealt with. Like sometimes get a little banged up here and there from playing basketball, but other than that, I've healed from all my past injuries.
Pretty healthy.
And currently 100% healthy right now.
Oh, it's awesome to hear. Question 6: How would you describe your relationship with exercise? Do you enjoy it, tolerate it, dislike it?
I know basketball isn't like you wouldn't consider that an exercise, but that is something I do really enjoy. If I'm in the right environment, I can definitely enjoy lifting. Other than that, if like just a casual environment or like kind of like an at-home gym, I can definitely tolerate it and make myself do it every day. But I guess I have a fairly good relationship with exercising and lifting.
Yeah, environment definitely plays a role in that too.
Right.
Question 7: What types of exercise or sports have you done in the past? I know, or in which you enjoy the most. I know you said you so far you do a lot of basketball and you enjoy that.
Right, basketball.
How about
right
weightlifting?
Don't do a lot of weightlifting right now, but do a lot of basketball, and then in the winter I like to do a lot of downhill skiing. That's kind of a form of physical activity I do right now, or I would do in the winter. But as of right now, in the summer, just basketball and kind of, like I said, swimming earlier here and there on the weekends.
Yep, swimming is great. Basketball is good cardio, and we'll get into the weightlifting for sure. you have any specific strength goals or aesthetic goals?
Like specific weights to I mean, just increasing strength and increasing like my appearance would be like the main goals. I guess I don't really have a specific number I'm trying to hit with my strength or anything like that. But I guess from basketball, I've kind of developed my lower body a lot more than my upper body. So I guess just kind of doing some more strength in upper body and kind of focusing on that.
Right, even in and all out. Question 9, what do you feel are your biggest obstacles to staying consistent with exercise and nutrition?
Well, I guess, at the end of the day, it all comes down to like your ability to stay consistent and try to sneak in like a dessert here and there. That would be like a big obstacle for me. I guess just really sticking to a strict diet would be something I would struggle with, or I struggle with, and I have in the past. Like just nutrition wise, I guess cutting out the junk food would be a big one for me.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And if you can maintain your high protein throughout your nutrition and your diet on a day-to-day basis, it's okay to have a dessert or a little bit of junk food, but we just certainly want to get our protein in while we train, especially resistance training. Question 10, how would you prefer to receive coaching? Hands-on, structured, or more casual and flexible?
Well, I guess not so much as structured. I mean, my work schedule does fluctuate, but like having like certain days where you hit like certain muscle groups, I think that's definitely the best way to exercise and lift. Other than that, kind of casual and flexible, maybe move a day around here and there, and other than that, keeping it very casual.
Right. But you think especially with resistance training, it would be helpful to have hands-on or training together, etc.
Absolutely, I'd say hands-on would be also very, very good because I haven't lifted in a while, so I might have lost some like the movements and the like actual correct forms. I might have to have a hands-on experience with that.
For sure. Those are the 10 questions I have for you. It sounds like you are physically active a few times a week, certainly more than most, or you'd say above 3 or 4, or where would you put yourself on a?
I would say the 4 on a very good week, 3 most weeks.
And what do you think you're shooting for? Like 5 or
5 to 6, maybe.
Five to
Possibly
6?
even 7. I mean, I like to be physical. If I'm not really doing anything physically like physically stressful, I should say, but I'm really not doing anything else. I don't spend a lot of time on my phone or doing like video games or anything like that. So if I'm not being physical, I'm kind of just sitting at home doing nothing. So.
Right. I guess my last little question for you is about the intensity of your exercise, especially with resistance training. Where would you like to have the intensity at, and where do you think you can handle?
I think I can handle as much intensity as possible. I mean, I used, like I said, I was doing training in the past and lift off, and I've always been open to doing like as intensely as possible because I know that's how you get the most results. And I guess I'm fine with being in the state of being sore after every lift and kind of having to deal with the consequences of doing an intense workout, which I'm completely okay with. So intense would be better for me.
For sure. Well, I think we can make this work, and I appreciate your time and